If I'm wanting to change all of a sheet's row height, while you can click in the upper left to select the entire spreadsheet, that does not help us when it comes to resizing. Notice we can't resize. The issue is that we can only have rows selected if we're wanting to resize the rows, and only columns selected if we want to have the columns arranged. So instead, I've clicked and dragged to select all 105 rows here, and I will right click, and now I can choose resize rows, and I can have it set to whatever I want. It tells us that the default is 21. Let's just have it be 25 pixels. All of the rows are now 25 pixels tall, and we can see that actually row 1, the text is too big, it's not fitting. So if I double click between 1 and 2, that will automatically make the row resize to fit based upon the size of the text within a cell. Above the spreadsheet, we have the text that is inside of a cell. In this case, I can see it says Frontier Kids Cookie Sales. When I click on it, the cell expands so that I can see the text here. But if I click off of the cell, I can't read the entire thing. So what I could do is I could click and drag to select these cells. So with these cells selected, I could go up to Format and choose Merge Cells, and I can specify how I want them merged, or I could unmerge them. Or the same option is right here of Merge Cells, or if I need to, I can get into specifying how I will merge them. I only have this one row selected, this group of cells, so I'm just going to merge. And when cells are merged, they all become one big cell. So if I click just on H1, we see that actually A1 through I1 has been selected. And now I do see that all of the text in cell A1 is showing because it spans all the way to I1. If I wanted to add on another person here, I could right click, and that allows me to choose to insert above or below the currently selected row. All data below is shifted down by 1, so nothing is mixed up or messed up. And then I could add in another person right here if I wanted. Similarly, I could right click and I could add in a column to the left or to the right, and that will shift data to the right. And you can notice that the merged first row is now going all the way to J1 instead of I1 because we've added in an extra column. If this were a whole lot bigger, and so we had to scroll down to see all of the orders, we see that the top information has gone away. To keep this important information showing, so if I were scrolling down and I needed to determine what order someone was making, say Chrissy, right now I'm not sure what orders she has. So I could actually, above the 1, there's this bar, and I can drag it down, and that is actually freezing rows 1 and 2. So when I scroll down, the frozen rows, the top 2 rows, because I've moved the bar down 2 places, they're not going to go away. So now I can easily see that Chrissy is ordering 1 ginger snaps, 1 mint whistles, and 5 macaroons. That works the same for freezing columns. So if I'm moving to the right, we see that no columns are frozen. I can click and drag this bar right, but we see that there is the issue with our merged cell. If I were to break the merge cell, and then I can freeze. And so now, as I move right and down, we have the top 2 rows that are frozen and the first column frozen as well.